This video covers the setting of SMART targets.
So when we talk about targets, what we're doing is adding a specific measurable expectation for a pupil. So we can set targets wherever we want in the outcome tree. So if I take just an example here with Sean and this particular learning outcome, if we wanted to set a target for this outcome, we can do. We're in the details panel. So just as a refresher, I open this from the right-hand side. We have a details panel, and one of the tabs here is to add a target. So as I say, you can set targets anywhere in the tree. So here we're doing a particular learning outcome, but it could be in a level, it could be a subject, it could be anywhere in the tree, and you can set targets in different ways. So if I show you a couple of examples, what I do is I'm selecting this pupil, this learning outcome, I want to add a target. So I can specify the start and end points of my flight path, so start date and end date, or what I can do is add this target into a predefined target group. Now, adding something into a target group has already specified the start and end date of that flight path. So if I put this into this target group, you'll see that the start and end dates are grayed out because I'm not in a position to set them. They're defined by the group. But what I want to do here, I want to set a target type. Now, as a specific learning outcome, I have two target types, and that is percentage attainment or percentage progress. I can also set that as a similar progress or attainment for a count of I can. So in this situation, we're talking about a specific learning outcome, a specific I can statement. So my count can only ever be 1. So it's either to progress by a count of 1 or to attain a count of 1. But in terms of percentage progress, I can, for example, say that I wanted this pupil to progress by a certain percent. So let's say I wanted them to progress by 75%. So from whatever starting point, I want them to progress by 75%. Or in the case of an attainment, it's where I want them to get to. So if I wanted a percentage of attainment, I want them to get to 80%. I just go away and submit and set that target. So as I say, what target types are available depend on where you want to set the target in the tree. When you do set a target, you get the target symbol alongside. So as I say, that was in a specific learning outcome. If I set a target in a subject area here in attention, what you'll see is that my target options, the type of targets, there are many more. So I can set a target the percentage of level, so 50% of PSD 10, for example, or how many I can statements I've mastered in that particular, in any level, or linear progress. So you can see I can set targets as amount of progress or count of I can statements that have been mastered within a particular level, or cumulative total within that particular subject. So as I say, you can set those targets anywhere you want to set them at any branch in the tree. So in this example, I want to set for Sean in pivots, again, exactly the same, but here I'm looking at the cumulative amount in pivots. Pivots, of course, being a collection of subjects rather than a collection of levels. Okay, so whilst we won't dwell on targets any further, other than to say, as ever in the Onwards and Upwards system, what the system acts on is your selection. So whilst I showed you setting your targets for Sean Beardless, I can equally, if I want to set the same targets for everybody in class 1, or indeed everybody in the entire school, then whatever selection I make here. So if I take class 1 in attention, I want to have a target. I want to set I'll set this as a linear progress target, and I want to add in this example 50%. So I want to I want everybody in class 1 to progress by half of a level, in effect, in this example, by 50% as a linear progress. Okay, so that's the approach. There is a separate video and more details in the help specifically on targets, but let's continue.